All right, spending time outdoors is a great way to exercise, manage stress, and get some vitamin D. But sun exposure in high temperatures can be dangerous. In this segment, sponsored by Primary Care Plus, Dr. Stephanie Sarrat joins us with tips for protecting yourself in the warm, sunny weather. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
You know, we're so used to those high temperatures here that we often forget, about sun safety. So tell us why this is so important.
So spending time outside in the summer is fun, but there are a couple of important things to look out for. The sun's ultraviolet rays can cause damage to your skin. It can cause sunburns. Sun damage that can lead to premature aging, like wrinkles and fine lines, and even skin cancer. And then the heat itself is also formidable here, so you have to watch out for heat cramping and heat exhaustion and even heat stroke.
So you have a few tips for us today.
Sure.
So what is your first tip in regards to sun safety?
The most important thing is to stay well hydrated, to drink water and start drinking water even before you go out in the sun, and keep up with drinking the water while you're out in the sun. By the time you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated.
Oh, wow.
So you're already behind.
Yeah, so for those people who struggle with drinking enough water throughout the day, like me, sometimes I have to constantly remind myself. What is your advice for that?
So a refillable water jug can be great. That can help you remind you to drink the water. Also, you could put mint leaves in the water, or berries, or citrus slices. Try to stay away from dehydrating beverages when you're out in the sun, like alcohol and caffeine and sodas.
Yeah, I like to do lemon in my water.
Perfect.
Yeah, I find that's a good trick to kind of help me. And also ice, keeping it cool.
Perfect.
For me is a good way to watch that as well. All right, so let's talk about sunscreen, because this should be a part of your routine, but I know sometimes it's easy to forget that as well. So why is that so important? And then, how do you go about choosing the right one for you?
Sure. So sunscreen can help decrease the effects and the damage that the sun can do. It's consistently proven to help. To prevent those changes. When you go to buy your sunscreen, there's some important things you can look for. The first is a broad spectrum sunscreen that'll protect from UVA and UVB light. Both of those types of light are damaging to the skin. Also the SPF, which is the sun protection factor. You want to choose one that's 30 or higher. That will help to ward off 97% of the UVB rays.
Okay.
And then the third is the sunscreen that's water resistant, if you're going to be spending time in the water and sweating, which probably you are. So a water resistant sunscreen will adhere to wet skin for 40 to 80 minutes.
Okay, so making sure water resistant too, especially here, because we're sweating a lot as well, right?
Absolutely.
All right, so I've been hearing about mineral and then chemical sunscreen, and it can be really confusing if you're not sure about what that is. So explain the difference between the two.
So there's two major types of sunscreen. Both are effective. So the best sunscreen is the one you're actually going to use. So mineral sunscreen is like a shield. It will reflect the sun, the rays of the sun from your body. It can have a white or greasy cast. It's zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. Chemical sunscreen is a little thinner and easier to apply. It absorbs the sun's rays. It needs to be applied ahead of time before you're going to be out in the sun. But both kinds can work well.
Okay. Any last tips in how to get in contact with you guys?
Visit us at primarycareplus.com or follow us on Facebook.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And Primary Care Plus has 12 clinics across southern Louisiana. 5 clinics are right here in the New Orleans area, and you can find your nearest location at primarycareplus.com.